Hello people, this is PowerRider here with the page through on... I know I should say Girls' Generation, but I'm just stuck with SNSD. SNSD's the Girls' Generation the best! Yeah. So, I got this alongside this one because this was the main contending thing I wanted to get off of Macari with my Sentai gears. Just because this has been a thing I've been looking into since November. And I really wanted to pick it up in December as a Christmas present for myself. I couldn't. Then I was just like, okay, then I'm just gonna pick it up as a treat for myself of surviving my first semester of technical college. And so that's what happened. As you can see, it's, it's pretty big. It's, obviously this is a lot smaller. So, like, I guess the background, oh, battery's gonna die. But, so the background for, like, my process of, obviously I didn't buy it, but I mean, like, I wasn't the one that paid for it because, I can't do that stuff still. But, like, essentially, I'll be back. I need to change the battery. Okay. So, without this thing collapsing, I hate the glare, gosh, but, essentially, like, I guess not the purchasing process, but essentially, like, obviously, like I said, I've been, like, looking, like, I get, not investing, but, like, I've been, like, constantly, like, watching this thing, like, just general, not this specific listing, just, like, any listing that was in a condition I was, like, fine with. Essentially, I was willing to, like, get this for, like, between at least, like, 37 through, like, honestly, 50. This one, this one in particular, I got for, like, 47. Because, the condition was, like, I think it was, like, mostly untouched. But, essentially, when I was, like, dealing with, like, my last buy box, I was, like, essentially the days before, actually, no, it was, like, at least 2 weeks before, I was actually gonna, like, go ahead and get, like, Sentai Gear, Gashapon Sentai Gears Set 3 and the Let's Play with the Gearlinger gear. I was, like, really contemplating what was going to be my big item for that purchase. Because I was like, shoot, do I get this thing? Or Dodekaio with Cube Whale? No, of course, with Dodekaio with Cube Octopus. Because I was kind of anticipating, like, days before, I was going to go on Kotetsu to buy a Houdini Ghost Icon and then, like, try to, like, fill that box out. Well, Kotetsu had an anniversary sale, and when I was looking on the store again, someone bought the Houdini Ghost Icon. So I was just like, well, great. I guess the money that we would have put onto Kotetsu, I'm just gonna get the two big items. So yeah, I did end up getting this thing, and Dodekaio. Which, yeah. Oh gosh. It's like, I was going to do a fleet about it and ask, my followers specifically, like, hey, which which big items should I get, and not specify whichever one. So all I just did is that I just showed people, yep, I got this thing, and then like obviously when it when my box actually arrived, I just showed that I got this thing in Dota Kaio too. So um I think like multiple times throughout the time, gosh, throughout my time looking out for this thing, I'll have like multiple listings of this, because then I can like really like analyze which one I would want, and then obviously like sometimes like not obviously like there'll be the times where like the listing I was like, okay, yep, this is going to be the one I'm going to get. Someone will buy it and it just like shoot. But I honestly haven't looked at much videos about this. I try not to, just because I actually want genuine like reaction out of it. But from I think I've only seen one opening on this or one unboxing on this. But like apparently this is like a holy grail within the collection of their albums. I think it makes sense because when this got initially released, I think from what I know, from the what I can recall from the listings, this thing sealed and retaily sold for $130. And I was just like, wow. Obviously, I didn't want to get it for that much, which is again why I technically did get mine used for half, which I'm surprised about because I would have assumed that this thing used would be around $80 at best, but no. So the fact I got this thing because essentially retaily I think this thing and the Zero One CD box were the same price. I think the Zero One CD box is actually probably higher because of its Bluetooth headphones that uh have already fallen apart on Zriken. But like yeah, so the fact that like essentially like the CD box and this thing, which is a compilation album, like were around the same like price essentially. They're in the hundreds. This thing I got for cheaper. So anyways, yeah. I don't think I ever said this already, but this is the limited edition, which is why it was $130 because the limited version, the limited edition has an interview, has interviews for each individual member and a Blu-ray disc. No, the Blu-ray disc is not exclusive. It's the CD content and the Blu-ray content are exclusive to this. So yeah. The back is I'm interested like it's interesting of where they went with this aesthetic and such. Uh let me just do this. So again, this is just a pretty sturdy cover. And here comes the this is like the most common like thing out of all the listings. It's just that so yes, this does come with photo cards. However, they're called trading cards here. But I didn't even know there were line details. And I just realized what I actually wanted to say. The so this like line like I guess I don't what do you call this line detail. This line thing reminded me so much of EXO's second mini album Overdose. That's what it reminded me of. It's just not in the maze form. But so the trading cards, I guess I had to call. I personally like the idea of them because it's, it's a card of each of these singles, and then the best gets one, obviously, because, like, why wouldn't? But like at the same time, I find it weird that the best does get a card and not either their first three Japanese albums, because then it's like, equality. Because it's like you do all the singles, but then you do the one compilation album. Where are the other three albums? But yeah. So the common thing with all the listings the majority of the listings I saw is just they just state the fact that this hasn't been opened, and it's like, yeah, there's no point in opening this thing because why would you why I think it's presented well enough. I don't know what the back is. Like, yeah, if you want to know what the back is or what the back of the card is, then it's like, I guess open it, but honestly just Google that. Like, I'm fine with how I think just displaying it like this is good enough. So it's just like I'm already gonna say, like, I really do like this set. It's just that I can definitely it's understandable. It's understandably, I think, agreed that this is probably the least exciting thing out of the entire thing. It, like, again, it's nice for a commemorative reason, but like it, I think people would actually want like actual photo cards. Before I get to this thing, the disc. So, so these two are the I apologize for how I'm handling this. I want to try to handle this as carefully as I can. I don't know which orientation this is supposed to be, but this is disc 1. And I find the disc holders to be interesting. They're kind of like a film reel, even though this is not the... So, disc 2. And then disc 3, which is the Blu-ray. If you saw my opening or like my unboxing on this package, I quickly like peeked into it, and the Blu-ray disc was like not even in here, and like this horrifies me because I'm like, I don't know if this is like I really don't know if it was already like this or it was like this during like delivery or shipping. And it's like, this is not good. I want to obviously I would want to just scratch my nail to like, like get it off, but honestly that's not a good idea. I don't think that was a good idea, that there was one. But it's like, this just sucks. Cause it was like this when I opened it, and like the booklet was out, like the booklet, like it was literally like that. So it's like that really sucks. I hope obviously like I obviously I do have a Blu-ray player, but then it's like that's upstairs. I can't just like play this on the TV because that I'm gonna get looks on me. Well, I the only way I can really use like the Blu-ray player is if I wake up really early and like, excuse me, and just like play it through and just sit alone in the living room. That would be awkward though. So don't want to do that. I really wish I had a Blu-ray player drive, but you know, technically that would be kind of pointless. Got a PS4, but I don't. Anyways, oh my gosh, this is trippy. So, this is the lyric book, and this is, well, you get that. Gosh. This is, okay, so this the contents of disc 1, which is essentially just all the title tracks within each of the singles and albums, and obviously bonus tracks. So what? I think I was gonna say, I apologize if I'm combining words. So, for here, I think for obviously for the initial version, Mr. and Indestructible are the new, or the Japanese version of Mr. and Indestructible are the new tracks. And then disc 2 has, or the first 9 tracks are member recommendations from their 3 albums. And the bonus tracks are their Korean title tracks. Even though I'm confused on the choice of G and Mr. Taxi, because it's like, okay, obviously Korean version of G makes sense, and I guess the Korean version of Mr. Taxi, because that song was successful in Japan. But I'm like, if you're gonna do this, where's the Korean version of Genie? Like, if you're gonna have the Korean versions of G and Mr. Taxi, why not include Genie? Like, the thing I haven't really talked about temperature, really. I haven't talked about this, but like I really do not like. I think the reason Genie's a fine song. It's just that I really don't like listening to it because of the amount of like space there is at the beginning and end, because it's just like, oh my gosh, I just want the song to start, and then it's like, okay, finally it starts, and it's like, oh my gosh, I just want this to end. The Japanese version fixes the ending, but not the beginning. It's like, why can't we just have a version of Genie that just starts right away and then ends? It's like, I personally think that's probably why they didn't have the Korean version of Genie, but Genie's a fine song. I just don't like listening, I just don't like listening to it because I have to deal with the beginning and ending, and it's annoying on a loop. And then, the Blu-ray. So I think for the standard version, like obviously, like this is only to the this is exclusive to this too is exclusive to this, and then I think the Korean and English versions of the music videos, and I think these contents are exclusive to this. But anyways, the disc has the respective, standard music video and then the dance versions of the music video. I really don't know what I'm trying to say. Man, Paparazzi, I'm so disappointed at. Like, you have 4 versions. Why don't you include them all? Why do you only include my least favorite version? Man. And then O finally gets released after not being released in its own single. It's kind of the reason why I'm not picking that one up, even though, like, I really didn't really have any intentions. Yeah, I think that's it. And then the Korean music videos, this is like, this is right, I guess. Wait, you don't get Dancing Queen? Huh. I think it's because it's here. I would have assumed it here, but then again, you don't even get Girls' Generation as a bonus track, so it's kind of like I find it kind of ironic that I did get the first album because it was uh missing here, and then I'm not too sure about the majority of these stuff. I haven't seen them besides the weird inclusion of the split screen version of Mr. Taxi. I don't know why that's like a selling point. Like out of all music videos, it's like, hey, oh hey, after 3 years of for some reason not releasing it, here's the split screen version of Mr. Taxi. Like I understand that song's big, but like, why? It's just like what SM did for some reason with FX, where like they held their Japanese single for like what 3 to 4 years, which is just like what the heck. So disc one, there's the lyrics for Genie. It's in the G, Run Devil Run. It's in the format I would prefer it to be, just because it makes a lot more sense. Bad Girl and Hoot are together. Wait, is Hoot actually? Oh yeah, we don't even have the Korean version of Hoot either. Wow. Wow. You don't even get the boys either. Okay. Because I'm like, wait. I forgot this was here. Time Machine is still a song I need to sit down to. And same with All My Love Is For You. I don't know why I haven't gotten to them. What? They don't have Tiffany's first line? Hello? Dang. Like, see, okay, hello, or not hello. Beep Beep's a weird situation for me, cause, I've listened to this song. I've still not have fully watched the music video fully. I've not watched the music video fully because I cannot like I keep constantly losing it at like Tiffany's line. It's like she's so like upset. 11 Girls seems. I think they might have to like shrink it, but the fact that it's like 3 rows is interesting. I still love this song. Galaxy Supernova and My Oh My. I think Flower Power and My Oh My were like my first 2 Japanese singles. No, the first 2 Japanese songs I've like listened to. Honky Tonk. It doesn't mean a thing. Yep, me in a nutshell. Mr. And Indestructible. I haven't listened to this either. This 2. Let me just need to stop that because I was gonna run out. I'm pretty sure the majority of the songs they selected are B-sides to their respective albums. I forgot to say they actually credit the year they're from, so you could kind of know which album they came from. The only B-sides I've listened to are Reflection and Boomerang. Boomerang obviously because that's just the Japanese version of Talk Talk from I Got a Boy. The fact you have to specify which talk. Reflection just because of. Is there no oh yeah, of course it's not. Reflection just because of. I've seen a bunch of clips of like the last 30 seconds, so I got intrigued. See, this is what I wish the albums did. This is a lot more like near to read because it's all sectioned out. It's not in a paragraph, but at the same time, look at Kissing You. It barely fills the page. Whoops. There we go with G again. Temperature. Woohoo. I don't know what Zoom number I was in. Mr. Taxi. Dancing Queen. I Got a Boy. Ayo, GG. And then this is a nice section. So we get the history. We get like, again, like, not, I don't want to say history necessarily, but, just showing off of like all the singles and albums they released. And I don't know what order, like, I initially didn't really know what order they were trying to. Yeah, I still don't know what order they're trying to go with this, because is it. Okay, yeah, I was right. Because initially I was like, wait, why isn't this by year? Then I was like, oh, is it by alphabetical order? Then I was like, no, it can't be. I was like, oh, wait, it's going down. So, yeah, this is definitely a weird order. So, again, all the singles I have 3 out of 8, I guess. The albums, I don't think I'm going to pick up any of the albums. I can technically pick up this one off of K-Pop Town if it's still up. The Blu-ray or DVD and Blu-ray collections, and they have literally all the tour dates and I believe locations are like. It's like, wow. That's pretty impressive. And then now we have the credits for literally every song on here, instead of just being placed on the actual song page itself. I don't mind personally. And then literally all the credits to disc 3. When I wait for the camera to like cool down, I'll probably look through this more thoroughly and such. But gotta remember 20. I'm just gonna say the camera's ready now. I was just looking through. So I was just looking through the like history thing. I did not know the Japanese versions of G and Genie were in late 2010. I assume those were in 2011. But yeah. So now let's get to the big one. The interview book. Which isn't this the entire selling point? Great, this is not gonna be good enough. Is this good enough? Yeah, I'll say so. Obviously the set, like, obviously you're gonna see random rubber bands on the side, but that's just because those are rubber bands I get out of Amazon Japan. So, this group shot's pretty decent. Am I capturing Tiffany? I don't think I am. Because I'm like, I can barely see her. So, like, I have to, I have this angled weirdly because I have to flip the viewfinder and then look at it that way. So I haven't filmed in this like this for a while, but I have to do this for big books. You know. And yeah. So again, I can definitely see this being like another thing of like people saying, alright, not people, but like I can definitely see this being a thing of like, this is not worth the $50 because unlike paparazzi, the entire interview is in Japanese because this is a Japanese album. So, yeah, it's unfortunate there's not even like a translation of some sorts, but I'm pretty sure you can find this stuff online. But, like, you're mostly just here for the pictures, cause look, like this is gorgeous. Like in general, like the pictures here. Oh my gosh. Wow. I will try not to emote emotions, but I'll try to um what's the word? Uh I forgot the word. It's something have oh, composure. Yeah, I'll try to keep my composure. Like obviously the only thing I can really point out is like whatever title tracks they point out. So like Yuna pointed out Love and Girls. Jessica's pointing out like Genie, Bad Girl, G, Paparazzi, Beep Beep. I apologize about that. I hope that doesn't mean anything. Um, I guess I would have to hold it like okay. So I guess I would have to like oddly curve the book like so. So then this page can actually be shown. Tiffany. Oh wow. Tiffany mentioned like I assume this is something like oh what's your favorite song of like what you've done and it's like such like I obviously I wouldn't know but like what was the like what exactly was the reason why they decided to do a compilation album because I really feel like and I guess this section because Tiffany mentioned Boa so like I think this mention or this section is like oh like who inspired you essentially something like that but like I'm kind of curious like what it exactly make them like what exactly did Universal gosh what made Universal decide to gosh what made them decide to go with a compilation album like because they're literally like what I find it weird is that they're treating this like oh yeah this is like the last ever like Japanese album they're doing, it kind of did like it that kind of was the case, but like oh man, um, but like I what made them go all out on this? It wasn't even like an anniversary thing or whatever, but Suyeon, man, visuals are top tier in this book. It just sucks there's not enough pictures of them. I think that's why you want to go for the standard version, because they at least did a photo shoot. Suyeon just lists a bunch of songs. Uh, I apologize of not showing this well, but let me center that a bit more. I don't think you need this corner. Taeyeon. Okay. I feel like I pronounce my N's like G's. So I apologize. I got confused by this 3630. I think from all of these, I've seen them mention Love and Girls, which that's a fine choice. Man, look at those rings. Typically, this is where I'll like zoom in and such, and try to like I just don't want to bother. Great. Oh my gosh, Sunny. Okay, Sunny mentions Time Machine and All My Love Is For You. Oh my gosh. How... Composer. Like... Man, like, again, all visuals, top tier. Like, that's top tier visuals. This book. Like, essentially, I just don't want to express too much because, you know, people can, like, misinterpret that heavily and use it against me. So, it's best for me just to not emote much. Yuri. Have all of these designs been different? I haven't been paying attention. Yuri's like wearing a suit, not a suit jacket, but like what is like no, it is a suit jacket. That's pretty sleek. Obviously, I have no idea about fashion, but like, you know, Hoyun, I feel like I think just like you know constantly looking at like the cover when I like find these listings, I always like figure like Hoyun like look the most like typical. Like that's not a bad thing, but like sometimes like cause you know like I don't know how to describe this. Like essentially like with the group you would see someone, you know, they'll have members that like have like clothes that look, you know, standard and such, and then they'll have just the member that looks outrageous and such. But like I like her dress, and like she has like a thing on her shoulder, I think. I don't know. Um, clothes and is there such thing as a clothes analytics? Analytics? No, analysts. Someone that analyzes clothes. Oh, I forgot. Sohyun, I forgot. I thought I was done. I thought we already went through her. I feel so bad. My hand's kind of getting tired. I apologize if I'm not paying attention to the viewfinder. Like, obviously, I can't really go over much with the interviews just because I can barely pick out. I can't pick anything out that isn't English. Yeah, I'll put Sohyun like underneath Hoyun and just like yeah, that looks like something that the costume not costume department, but I need to look at the credits again. That's it. So we can't look at that. I probably should have just done this, but what? Is there credits for the photo shoot? Photographer, no. The style, yeah, styles. Yeah, so like, yeah, okay. What was I gonna say? Like, it looked like something that the stylists were like, okay, yeah, this is easy for us to like, select. But then like some stuff they will be like, gosh darn it, we have to do some effort. But other than that, um, yeah, um, obviously this will be worth a lot more if you can actually read it. But it's like I'll have to say this is probably like my favorite like tile set. No, this is probably like my favorite set of outfits out of the entire group. Like, I just love it. I don't know how to describe it. Because again, I'm not a clothes analyst. So, yeah. That's essentially it for the best. I know, like, I was kind of thinking, like, looking at this, like, if their clothes were supposed to be a callback to Genie, but I don't think it is. But, like, I know it's stupid of me of saying this, but, like, yes, despite the fact I did finally end up getting a limited edition of this, I actually do want to track down the standard version. And I actually was also planning on getting the new edition also because it has like the interesting figurines and such. So it's like that would be interesting to pick up. But like I think that one's also around $40. Uh I need to look again. I haven't looked for anything in a while just cuz, just cuz we haven't been doing much. But like I think the standard version, or like the CD DVD version, I think that goes for 30. So I don't know if I'm gonna pick it up right away because then Zargin's gonna be like, "Didn't I just get this for you?" And I'm gonna be like, this is the version before this one." And he's like, "Why do you need it?" Or he's just gonna be like, okay. He's not necessarily gonna ask me, but if he does, I'm just gonna be like, because this one actually has a photo book. But yeah, right now it's 3:02, and I think my demos for the Sentai gear should be done. No, I'm just waiting on the demo for the gear Duelinger to finish uploading. I won't. Are there more pictures of them in these outfits? Please don't tell me it's just the two individual member. Like, please don't tell me it's just two pictures per member. That there's more. Like, yes, it's like I can go to Google, but no. uh, I kind of like, yeah, I kind of would. I kind of wish there was more group pictures, but eh. Uh, Now I have to try to figure out where I'm gonna put this because this is too big for either of my album boxes to go in. So this one's gonna have to sit out. Uh, so this one might just be stuck under the table for the time being because I still don't have or my sister wants me to get a shelf to put my albums on for my room, but haven't really proceeded with that. And I'm just seeing the fact that everyone's wearing heels. Uh, yeah. I don't know what would be next because I would really want to I really want to do another bulk order on K-Pop Town just so that I can get just so that I can get Holiday Night, Yuri's mini album. I obviously want to pick up EXO's special album, Don't Fight the Feeling, because that album's amazing. And I really do want to try to pick up the EXO version of Obsession, but I don't know if my sister's gonna allow it. This is why I would really like if I can actually, like, I just want to be able to buy my own things independently. I don't like the fact I have to keep relying on people, but, well, this is PowerRider. I'm leaving, people. I'll keep this from dragging. Yeah, that's Rockin' Hopper and Burning Falcon. I don't know why the ProRes keys have disaligned themselves again.